What's up, guys? Probably bringing doing some Kami action. That was quicker than I've ever said it previously. Oh my god, I need to slow the fuck down. In this video today, I want to talk about some real life topic. Someone actually talked to me on Facebook and asked me if I could speak about this because they seem kind of interested. And of course, if you do that and you ask me to talk about something, I will do it as long as it's not like offensive, or even if it's offensive, I don't really care because I feel like I can speak about stuff in a certain manner that doesn't offend people. Or if it does offend people, I try and be as righteous and proper as I possibly can be. Righteous? Is righteous the right word? Am I a paladin all of a sudden? Jesus, I'm a real life paladin. Jesus Christ, shit's going down. But what I want to talk about in this video is actually, let me first mention that today I started my first round of meds for my high blood pressure. And if you see me like pulling weird faces, or if you see me like licking my lips or something, for some reason these pills made me fucking dizzy as fuck. And when I say dizzy, I mean like my head is just spinning right now. Which the doctor told me it would, and she said it would take me about a week to get used to these things because my whole body has to like just get used to having low blood pressure, I guess. So I'm sorry if I fucking am pulling weird faces or start to slur my words or something like that. It literally is like my whole face is just dizzy as fuck. It's kind of like being high almost. You know when you smoke weed and you get like really calm? It's like I got that calm feeling, but I also get this dizzy feeling. And we are getting absolutely destroyed right now, I just realized. I probably was going to upload him getting destroyed in a fucking Cop Magoo. Unfortunately, it's Cop Magoo Call to Arms. So I say unfortunately because when I get Cop Magoo, when it's a Call to Arms, it seems like Alliance will win it more often when it's the actual Call to Arms. They don't do bad. I feel like a lot of people give Alliance a hard time, but they're not shit. They're not too bad. And what I want to talk about is I got asked on Facebook. I wish I wrote down his name, although I don't know if he'd want me to say it. I got asked what it's like to tell people about YouTube in real life. Meaning, how do I explain to someone in real life what it is that I do? And for instance, it's when Susie said the question, I knew exactly what it meant because it is kind of weird. It's not a thing that's common. You know, no one's just walking around all like, and they make money from like doing YouTube videos or uploading stuff to YouTube. Obviously, the way I would explain it to people who know exactly what YouTube is that I would say I'm a content creator for YouTube. Like that's the title of the fucking thing. It's I'm a content creator for YouTube. That's it. Done. Fucking case closed. Over. But unfortunately, a lot of people like in real life walking around in the streets, if they talk to me or friends from school or anything like that, all these people like didn't even know that I was a gamer, didn't know that I was anything like this. You know, people have no idea what the fuck it is. And when I say content creator, that they don't, it doesn't click for a lot of people that, you know, just everyday people that like just have normal jobs. Obviously, if I said it to like anyone of you guys watching, if I say content creator for YouTube, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's just creating videos for YouTube. That's all it is. But for instance, when I had to try and explain to my mother, because she was always wondering what I was doing, she thought I was like wasting my time or some shit when I started getting into it. She had no idea what the fuck it was. It took me a long time to explain it to her that it's like this is a thing. You know, this is not. I'm not just making up some bullshit. I'm not just in there fucking fapping or some shit while I fucking play video games. That's not what's happening. It's hard to get that point across a lot of times, and I find myself doing this in public when people ask me. I'll just say, for instance, I work from home, or I'll say I work online. That's all I say. I'll just say that to avoid extra questions, because as soon as if I went out in public and say fucking and you say fucking hey dude, fucking I am a content creator for YouTube, I'd be 1,000 questions. People want to know what it's like. People want to know how much money you make on, like how much you get paid. They want to know how it's even a fucking job. They ask all these weird questions, and it's just like I want to avoid that as much as possible. We're gonna see the heel right here with a bit of a fucking scatter trap. He actually moved a lot through that scatter. He did trinket the scatter into a trap though. That's very nice. He bubbled that. That was a waste of a trinket in a bubble. Jesus Christ. You should never trinket a scatter shot unless you're 100% certain you can get out of it. I've done it a few times where I'll trinket a scatter just to get out of it. But it's only when I know I can get out of that scatter and move away from that trap. But even then, especially if you're in an arena, it's often better just to stay on the fucking trap, so at least you can trigger it and then move away, because then at least it's not on the ground anymore. You know what I mean? You're not going to accidentally run into it later. I've often done that. Say if I triggered a scatter and then we run off and then we run back to the same position, I might just accidentally run over the trap because you don't see it laying there on the ground. So it's often better just to let that trap trigger and then trinket. Just keep that in mind. Unless of course, like the only times I really trinket that scatter is if I am going for a kill. You know, if someone's about to die, and I really need to get that kill shot off or something like that, and I'm getting CC'd. That guy just bowled the fucking orb. That was weird. Whenever they were killing me, he just fucking dropped it. Jesus Christ, it's very strange. They're doing a very good job here, but somehow we're staying in this game. I'm not too sure how. We really shouldn't be doing this well when they've been just conquering middle all day. And trinket that one, get to disengage, and silence that mage as soon as I possibly can. There it is. Get my 2 steady shots up for the haste buff, and then chuck some glaives in. Tab target. By the way, you really need to go into your settings and make tab target for when you PvP. Make tab target so it only targets human players. That way, if a mage like that pops his splits and you hit tab target, it immediately comes up with the mage instead of all his splits. That way, you'll never miss target ever again. The only problem with that, obviously, is tabs can sometimes be a bit temperamental, and it switches to the wrong titles you really don't want it to switch to. It'll just do whatever the fuck it wants to do sometimes. But as you can see there, when it's just one mate sitting in front of me, it's a very easy thing. It's very good for dueling as well, I find. Especially for, so even if, I think it works with, like, Hunter's fucking Feign Death. It works for any kind of thing that drops target. The tab will just immediately pick it back up, especially if it's the only one in the area. Just very good work. I fucking very highly recommend that. I only recently started doing that. I wish I did it all the time. We are currently getting 4 orbs. But yeah, so I'll say to people I'm just a content creator on YouTube if they're from YouTube, and like that explains it away pretty easily. And people know what that is. Like if I said this to some of my friends who are gamers and they didn't know I did YouTube, I'd just say I make videos, you know. That'd be all I need to say. But for instance, when I went to the doctors for this fucking meds, this fucking blood pressure meds, she actually asked me what I do. And then that was like the first time for a long time. Well, basically it's the first time since it's been like a serious thing now. Like this is what I want to do. This is a thing that I'm gonna keep doing. You know, it's the first time someone asked me that, and I didn't know how to answer it. I didn't, because I didn't want to say I work online. I didn't want to say I work from home, because it's almost like lying. I mean, it's the truth, but it's like half a truth. You know what I mean? So now I found myself saying that I'm like this is what I said to her. I said, oh, I work online as like an entertainer. That's what I said. I was like, what? As soon as I said it, I was like, what the fuck are you talking about, Piper, as an entertainer? Shut the fuck up. Just the weirdest thing. And then of course she's like, oh, good for you. It sounds amazing. I hope it's going well. And it's like I just felt like I was lying. I mean, it didn't really matter. I could have said I was fucking shoveling shit for some fucking company. She would have just fucking said, you know, good for you or whatever. I don't know. But as soon as I said it, as soon as the words came out of my mouth, I was like, what the fuck did I just say? That's the weirdest thing to I'm an entertainer? What? That's not what it's like content creator. That's what it is. But they asked me if it's weird. They asked me, like, not only how do I explain this to people, but is it weird around people? And honestly, it kind of is sometimes. I've never had someone openly be weird, but sometimes it gets awkward. It's the whole like video gaming thing. For some reason, people get awkward around the video game subject, especially like because I live in a small fucking community. I live very small in the community. There's not like I don't live in a city where there's gamers or there's gaming stuff going on. It's very much like I honestly don't know any other gamers in real life except Cat, and that's it. And Cat lives in fucking Sydney. You know what I mean? Like he's not nowhere anywhere near me. So it's fucking like. That's the only person in real life I know that is a gamer and actually is like a avid gamer. Anyone in real life that I met from school, any of my real life friends, none of them are really gamers, which I find fucking weird because gaming's fucking amazing. But I never push it on them. I never fucking talk to them about it. And all of them say it's fucking. Usually, once I've explained it to people, they think it's amazing. It's a double-edged sword because I can either explain like I edit and render videos and upload videos daily of me playing video games. If I say it like that. Then they kind of it sounds like work almost, which it is. It's work. Like it takes a lot to get these videos out. Or I can say it like this, which is I play video games and upload them, and people watch me play video games. If I say that, it sounds fucking amazing. You know what I mean? So if I say that instead of the other one, then people will like hype about it. Like, oh man, you got the best job in the world. I wish I fucking played video games and made money from doing it or some shit. But if I say it the other way, which is like I fucking edit, I render, it takes me fucking hours to do this shit. I sit in a fucking computer chair for like 4 hours at a time. My fucking butt gets numb from editing and shit like that. If I said that, they'd be like, ugh, like why would you want to do that? But in reality, I fucking like it. You know what I mean? In reality, I like it. I just have to get used to telling people this. It's like one of the few things in my life that I felt awkward about talking about. Anything that involves money. Anything that involves money, I feel very awkward talking about it to people. Obviously, I don't feel awkward to you guys, but this is a different relationship that we have. Like, I can talk to you, and I can read your comments, but there's no face-to-face interaction. I'm not changing your life. You're not changing my life. It's kind of why I like it, because I like the idea of you being able to take something away from my videos, but then not have any like baggage. You know, you're we're not like friends. We're not like you have to like listen to me, I give you tips, but then you also have to like support me. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's a good thing for like the viewers or you guys watching right now. You can watch, you can enjoy it, and then it's over. You know what I mean? There's no baggage. Whereas like with a friend or with a relationship, it's like you have to say something, and then it's like then you have to keep on going. There's no like off switch. You know, you can't just hang up the fucking phone with your friends. Well, I guess you can if you only talk on the phone, but you know what I mean? Like it's a really good like healthy thing, I think, to have someone that you can listen to. Maybe just like download your thing. That's why I never get angry at people who like get angry at me online or swear at me or troll me, I guess is what it's called. I never get really angry at that because I feel like it's them just just unloading and getting that off the chest. And once they get off the chest, I feel like at least maybe now they're happier throughout their day. You know what I mean? That's just them getting it out. Obviously, I'm not condoning trolling. I'm not condoning being angry on the internet. It's a terrible, bad thing to do. And most likely, if you're doing it to someone other than me, you're hurting someone's feelings. It's just when people do it to me, I never get mad about it. I just feel like, I honestly feel like I'm helping that person almost. Like, at least that guy's not angry anymore. Because, I know myself as a kid, I used to be that young kid, like, bottled up all his anger and shit. I'd never talk about it. I'd never speak about it. I was very, like, I was a shy kid. It's one of those weird things where I went like the complete opposite way of where I was like the shy, kind of fat, kind of lanky kid in high school. Didn't really talk to anyone. I kind of hit the age of 16 and I fucking went the other direction. I just fucking started being fucking outgoing. I talked to everyone. I didn't give a shit. I just stopped giving any fucks. I had no fucks to give after the age of 16. And that's honestly the best way to live your fucking life. If you're too busy concerned about how other people see you and how other people think about who you are and like what kind of person you are, then that's gonna consume your whole being. Because that's honestly, how did I drop the orb? Did I have an orb? I'm confused. What the fuck just happened? I'm too busy talking. I just dropped an orb. I don't know what just happened. Okay, I guess I dropped it. What the fuck? Did someone bubble me or something? I'm confused as to shit. What the fuck just happened? I thought I had an orb. They didn't time out, do they? I didn't have it for that long. That was fucking weird. That was fucking weird. I'm stuck up here because of this fucking spider web. That spider web should not last long. Man, I'm looking forward to Worlds of Draenor. We got a healer in the middle with the flag. Or the orb, I should say. So I'm obviously going to switch to her first and kill her. We do have 2 orbs. We should still win this game if we keep it together. Pop in a Feigns Death immediately here, just because I don't want that hunter getting off into too many shots. I was about to say, too many shots. Man, if I speak too fast and too frequently, I feel like my English goes to shit. Just goes to shit. But yeah, so it's hard for me to talk to people about it in real life. And I'm slowly getting better at it. Mainly because I've talked to nearly all of my family about it. I've talked to my sisters and my mother, and all of them know what I do. And the reactions they gave me were all good, so that kind of gave me confidence. For instance, one of my sisters was like, like she asked me who pays me, and I said, well, Google owns YouTube, therefore Google is the one who technically puts the money in the bank account, blah, blah, blah. Like, it comes up, all it says like Google AdSense or some shit. And then as soon as I said that, for some reason, that was like super impressive to her. She's like, you get paid off Google? Oh my god. And that, just the reactions my sisters had to it, I was like, it made me like more confident about what I was doing. I don't know why. I don't know why that made me more confident about it. It makes no sense, really, when you think about it. I should just be not giving a fuck. It's one of the few things. It's one of the few things I give a fuck about, is how people... It always has. I don't like the idea of someone looking down on me because of the job I have. That's why I never wanted to really do, service, because if you've ever worked in retail, you'll know that the customers are just assholes. They just look down on you like you're a fucking piece of shit. That's why I'm super nice to everyone that I talk to, and like especially when you go and like if you're getting served by a waiter, or even if you're just talking to someone over a counter, this is a fucking human being you're talking to right here. This is a dude who just happens to work here. He's making money. He's making a living. You should be happy for this motherfucker because he's making a living and doing good work. But instead, you just, for some reason, people feel like in real life they can just unload on these people and be angry and mad at them and get away with saying shit because they know if they act up they could lose their jobs or some shit. I hate that. I fucking hate it. Anyway, guys, sorry about the huge rambling vid. Have a good day. Have a good life, and I'll see you in the next video. See you guys. Come to your sentence, Papa.